What's up everybody, my name is Kason. Welcome back to the PPL NX. This is game number 2 of 5 for this week, and we are facing off against Elf Owls and the Newport Noctowls. Their team consists of a really strong rain core with Barraskewda, Pelipper. They have Thunderous Incarnate who can work well in the rain and also has Prankster T-Wave. He has some status shenanigans going on with the Toadscruel who can also knock off and rapid spin. Our Chaladon, who is an absolute beast in the rain, and if the rain wasn't enough of a threat, he's always got a Necrozma that can be very, very scary. Paired alongside a Clefable who can be either Magic Guard or Unaware, we've got our work cut out for us this week. One weakness that Elf Owls does kind of have on the team though is he does not have a great Zapdos switch in. Our Chaladon is pretty much his best switch in for this Pokemon, and if it's not Assault Vest, it's actually going to take a good amount of damage. So even though most weeks I will likely run this thing defensively, this feels like a great week to bring a choice spec set. We do have Roost on here just in case our item gets knocked off or we get a free opportunity to heal ourselves back up, but most of the time we are probably just going to click Volt Switch, and if the rain is up, Hurricane is 100% accurate, meaning this modest Zapdos with the choice specs can hit like an absolute truck with Hurricane, Thunderbolt, or the Volt. Mon number 2 for this game is going to be Clodsire with the Black Sludge item, Water Absorb ability, because honestly there are so many water threats on the other side. The moves we are bringing on Clodsire are going to be Gunk Shot, Body Press, Recover, and Stockpile. My thought process here is that Clodsire is pretty hard to get rid of for my opponent. I don't know that Clodsire can actually sweep in this game, but if it can force some switches and force some progress on some different mons and just be a pain to get rid of, I think it can put in some work this week. Obviously that Water Absorb ability is really crucial here, and with this spread investment, it should actually tank hits quite well, both specially and physically. The third mon we are bringing this game is our Umbreon. Now we are bringing the Inner Focus ability this week, mostly just so that we don't die to like a flinch from Revavroom. If he does go for a shift gear on Revavroom, this can be one of our answers to that Pokemon. However, if we get flinched to death by Ironhead, then it's not actually a true answer. So that ability prevents us from being flinched by them. We have the red card item because ultimately, if something sets up on us like the Revavroom, like a Necrozma, even a really high defense like our Chaladon or something like that, we might just be able to stop them from setting up any further, or at least get rid of them if they get out of hand. Next up is our big utility mon for this match. We've got Fortress with the Rocky Helmet item, Max HP, Max Fizz Def, Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, Pain Split, and Body Press. Now ultimately, Body Press can do pretty well into most of the team. In case we are in a situation where our health bar does drop fairly low, we can make a prediction, go for a Pain Split, and maybe just get a bunch of that HP back. I don't predict that I will actually go for that this week, but I didn't really know what else I wanted to tech on here for a fourth move, as Stealth Rock and Rapid Spin are the main two moves that I want to go for on this Fortress. This is going to be our main switch in for the Barraskewda, as there are so few Pokemon who can tank damage from that thing. If it's in the rain and it's choice banded, this actually only sort of answers that thing. It can only really switch in one time, but it at least pressures it enough with a Body Press so that it probably has to switch out into something else, and maybe we can just get some rocks up or get a chunk on something. One of our really offensive pieces for the week is our HAXORUS, Khaleesi. We've got the Mold Breaker ability here. Now Mold Breaker is really nice here, mostly just because of the Clefable. If we go up to a +1, normally Clefable's Unaware ability will ignore that. However, Mold Breaker breaks through it. So if we get to +1, a Poison Jab can basically just take that Pokemon out clean. We are full attack, Adamant Nature, 252 speed and 4 HP, basically just giving us enough speed to outspeed everything after a +1. Obviously, if the Barraskewda is in, especially in the rain, we are not going to outspeed it, but we do have First Impression for really solid damage and priority. First Impression is also very valuable to help hit this Necrozma. Unfortunately, the Mold Breaker ability does not actually go through the Prism Armor ability of Necrozma for some reason, so it doesn't do normal 2x damage, it still only does the 1.5, but it still should do a very sizable chunk. And if Necrozma is setting up on us, if we can get it down to like, let's say half health or something like that, we should easily be able to finish it off with a First Impression. Last but not least is our Keldeo. If they're bringing a rain team, I want a mon who can at least do some increased damage while that weather is up, and this is going to be our Mystic Water Keldeo. He doesn't have a ton of Pokemon that really want to switch into water attacks, especially if it is in the rain, so we are going to try and abuse that. We've got Surf, Aura Sphere, Vacuum Wave, and Calm Mind. So ultimately, the Calm Mind can help us set up if we find an opportunity, but I think most of the time here, I'm probably just going to click Surf unless our Chaladon is in front of us, and then we will click Aura Sphere. So this is the team we are heading into battle with for game number 2 against Elf Owls and the Newport Noctowls. Wish them the best of luck. I hope we have a great match. Let's jump into the fight. All right, I've got the team written down, and they have Archaludon, Clefable, Thundurus, Pelipper, Necrozma, and Revavroom. This is mostly what I thought was coming, except I really thought Barraskewda would come because I think it's scary. So I think I do just lead my Jon Snow here with Choice Specs, because really the only Pokemon I don't want to see lead is the Archaludon. So as long as Archaludon isn't the lead, I think we're in a really good spot. There's nothing that really wants to take a Volt Switch. If they do lead Archaludon, Nova's got me thinking because he cooked me with a lead Archaludon, so it could always be a weird set. But just in case they're like Choice Scarf or something and hit me with a Draco, I don't really want to deal with that. I also don't know if I necessarily want to give it a stamina boost with Volt Switch. So if they lead that, I will probably hard swap into Clodsire. But if they don't lead that, I think I can just click Volt Switch into literally every other Pokemon. Like I don't see a reason why not to against every other thing. So that is the one Pokemon I don't want to see. So we'll see. I think it's probably Archaludon, Necrozma, or Pelipper. Those feel like the three likely leads. So we'll see how it goes. So good luck to Elf Owls. Should be a fun game. And what do they go? And it is the Archaludon. Okay, so this is the one Pokemon I didn't want to see. So we're on the back foot just a little bit. Yeah, I think here I just want to go into Samwell. Because I can Volt Switch and it could do a chunk. It could even do like a third or a quarter. If he's AV, it's not going to do a ton. I just don't really want to give him a stamina boost. We'll find out what kind of set this Archaludon is. And unless he's physical with Earthquake, he really doesn't do a ton to us. And even if he is, we might actually be able to heal that off with Curse or Stockpile. So he just goes for rocks. So Volt Switch was probably the play. Giving him the stamina boost probably isn't the end of the world, but I didn't really want to boost that up if I'm going to go here. So I think I just stockpile in this thing's face, see what it wants to go for. If it Dracos, we should eat that decently well, I would think. Obviously can't go for anything like Electro Shot or something like that. So really the best attack it could go for is EQ, but it would have to be physical if it's going to be that. Most Archaludons are special, so we'll see. He does have Earthquake, so this could be physical. I guess he could just be teching it on there. But we are stockpile 1 here, and there's really no reason I can't just click recover, because if he EQs again, it's no problem. Yeah, and curious to see what his answer is. He's going to have to pivot right away. There's no way he just stays in on this, unless he's Iron Defense, but I can't imagine he's Iron Defense because he's Stealth Rock. So I don't think he would be Stealth Rock and Iron Defense. So I should just freely click recover here. Yeah, he's going to swap. I was going to say, Iron Defense, Body Press, Stealth Rock would be a little bit weird to me, just because that 4th attack would have to cover everybody. So he goes Necro. We get the recover off. I think I calc this to be fine. I mean, if this thing sets up on me, too, could be interesting. I think the only thing I really fear is if he's like Dragon Dance plus Morning Sun or something like that. Which I guess he could be. But I think I just want to stockpile. From what I'm calcing, like if he just attacks me with Photon Geyser, I can get through that. So the only set I'm really worried about is a setup plus Morning Sun. I guess we'll find out what he is. So he just goes for Photon, which is perfectly fine. Does a lot. Actually does more than I think I calced that for. But we should still live another one after this stockpile because we have the Black Sludge recovery. That did 264 plus 8. So that did 272. 272 at plus 1. We should live 221 at plus 2. So this is a little scary. We're going to get really low, I think, but we should always live this and be able to recover through, I think. I think Photon Geyser is only like 8 PP, I think. I may be wrong about that. But if that's the case, we can kind of stall that out too by just stockpiling and recovering. He would go through his 8 before we would go through 8 recovers. I'm just double checking my calc here, but I don't see any world where this kills. Photon Geyser. Yeah, we live with 29. Big Clods are coming through. So we're going to recover. We're going to get back up over half. With the Black Sludge recovery, what does that put us at? 290. And I think we were at like 220 something. So we're getting about 70 health back each turn. He could stay in and keep clicking this to try and play the crit game, and it looks like that's what he's going to do. So Photon Guys are going to bring us down to 98. So this will tell us exactly how much HP we're getting back, because we were right at about 290 before. Now we're 330 plus Black Sludge. Yeah, we're getting 60 to 70 HP back per turn. All right, so we're at 359. I need to calc. This is probably really greedy, but from what I'm calcing, I can always get to stockpile 3. He's gonna Photon Geyser. He knows, like, if he crits, then he wins. Like, this is a dangerous game I'm playing, but at the end of the day, if I'm wasting his geysers, if he has more than 8, then I'm really dumb for doing this, but I think it's an 8 PP move. So we get back up to, what, 180? 184? And we lived a +2 at, like, 220. We should be fine here. I'm playing a very dangerous game, but I don't know what else to do. He should never kill here. He's used, I think, 5 Photon Geysers. He's used 4 or 5, and he's going to swap out. So wonderful. So unless he has Encore, which I don't think he does, he's going to go Revavroom. I'm not sure why Revavroom. That's an interesting play. Maybe he's not Air Balloon, right? I don't think I missed that. Maybe he thinks, I don't know. I'm not sure what he thinks, to be honest. Maybe he's just going to try and flinch us? I will Body Press, though. We're at +3. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know why he went Revavroom here. That's why he went Revavroom. Magnet Rise. Okay, that's really cool tech, actually. I didn't even think about that. So he was thinking we were going to Earthquake. That's really cool tech. And he has Leftovers, which is interesting. Or Black Sludge, excuse me. So we heal to full. We're +3 defense and special defense at full health. Body Press kills again, so I'll just... Or doesn't kill again, sorry. It should kill or get him very low if he stays in. He's probably going to swap out into something else at this point. So now we've revealed 3 out of 4 moves, I think. But that's actually totally fair play by him. And honestly, if I was EQ, I would be screwed. But actually, the reason I wasn't running EQ, or one of the reasons, was I was worried that an Air Balloon Revavroom could be here. I didn't even think about Magnet Rise, but if he's Air Balloon, it just, you know, completely walls me and I can't do any damage at all, which allows him a free shift gear. So shout out to Darude, because he reminded me of a potential Air Balloon Revavroom shutting this set down. And thank God, because I was originally going to run EQ and that would have been bad. So he goes Bird Bowl. So this should tank the Body Press decently well, I think. We're at +3. Yeah, that eats it really well, actually. I will Gunk Shot, because this should deal a decent chunk, and we have like a 30% chance to poison too. So if I can either poison him or just do a good chunk, either way is fine. This thing could have a Roost to like stall me out. But at the end of the day, if he's doing that, he's also wasting rain turns. I don't know, we'll see. And he goes for Weather Ball. So he was trying to basically scout out if I'm unaware of Water Absorb. Obviously, he's going to know now. We do miss the Gunk Shot. That's actually kind of annoying. Do we lose a PP for that? I think we do, right? Even if we missed? Yeah, we do. It's 7 out of 8. That's tough. I will Body Press just because he might U-turn out into something else. I could see him going for that play. Like, I could see him... Okay, he goes for Hurricane. I was going to say, he could U-turn into Revavroom on the Gunk Shot, and then just try and play this predicting game with me and stall out my moves, because he doesn't really have a way to get rid of me. Just the question is, can I kill him? So I think I will Gunk again, since he's willing to stay in. Goes for the Hurricane. Obviously 100% accurate in the rain, so that's not really a ballsy call. He does land in the Confusion, which is annoying. Hopefully we break through. We do break through, but we miss a second Gunk Shot. Wonderful. Okay. Samuel, I need you to come through for me here, bud. 0 for 2 on the Gunk Shots. I'm just going to Body Press here because... And he does U-turn. Okay. Please go into Revavroom on the Gunk Shot. Oh, that would be wonderful. If he goes Revavroom on the Gunk Shot, this would be wonderful. Just get it out of the way. Because this is a Body Press coming in. He's going to go Diamond. I think that's Necrozma. Though Body Press should still do an okay amount, I think, actually. As we hit ourselves in Confusion. That's a bit unfortunate. I would have loved that Body Press chip. And now, honestly, with the Confusion, he might just try and kill me with Photon Geyser. That's a good play. So at this point, I have to Gunk Shot. I can't play around with this. And this thing is obviously not set up, or I would have went for it already. We eat that hit pretty well because we're +3. We do snap out. And we finally land a gunk shot on the third time. Let's go. We get a poison, which is actually really, really good for us. I kind of am sorry about that, Elf Owls. Although we did miss 2 gunk shots, though, to be fair. We don't always hit our gunk shots, but when we do, we poison them. So that does a chunk, which is great. I think I just want to recover here, because if he goes for another photon, I don't want to be low. And if he crits me... Actually, if he crits me from here, we might die. At some point, I'm probably going to get crit. I will say, I do feel kind of lame for playing this. As we eat that hit quite well. It's probably really annoying to play against, and for that, I'm very sorry, Elf Owls. Hopefully, this is still a good game and a fun game. The thing is, like, he can't really kill me, but I can't kill everybody, because I'm going to run out of PP on gunk shot. I'm only going to have body press. So yeah. And run out of recovers too. At this point, now I kind of want to body press. Just because I could see him swapping back out. He does not. He stays in. Okay. Alright, so he deals a chunk. And he obviously doesn't have Morning Sun, because he would have went for that also. And now here... Do I want to go for a recover, or do I want to just kill this thing? I have 3 recovers left. The thing is, I think I kind of want to just be full health on whatever comes in after this. This thing will just die to 2 turns of poison. So I'm just going to recover. Yeah. I think I always need to keep myself above the threshold of dying to a crit too. At this point, I'm actually probably lucky for not having gotten crit yet. Even though crit is like 4.5% chance. He's hit me like a lot of times. I think I'll recover one more time. Just make sure I'm at full health after he dies to the poison. And he goes for Iron Head. I think he ran out of Photon Geysers. Genuinely. So I think that is a 8 PP move, and I think he lost all of them. So I think I was correct on that, and if that's the case, that's awesome. We do flinch, actually, so we don't get the recovery off, which sucks. But Cloudsire's going to take the first kill of the match. So he's going to go back into Bird Bowl with Pelipper. And I think I want to body press, honestly, because I only have so many gunk shots. I don't want to waste them. And I want to see if this thing has Roost. Because if it doesn't have Roost, we could just kill a bunch of body presses. He gets the confusion again. Unfort. Please break through. And we hit ourselves. Okay. So if my strategy wasn't stally enough, this confusion is making it even stallier. I do apologize for this. I'm going to body press, though. Goes for the Hurricane. We're confused. We hit the body press. And I think I want to body press one more time because I don't want to waste a gunk shot. And also, if he roosts, it will no longer be not very effective because you lose the flying type on the roost. So this should actually do like 40% if... And he does roost. Okay, maybe not 40. Maybe more like 25, 30. That's actually not as much as I want. At this point, I cannot break this thing. So I'm just going to try and gunk shot and land a poison. Because there's no point in really me switching out right now at the moment. He can perma-stall me with roosts. But at least if I can land a poison, then that's something before going into something else. We hit ourselves in confusion again. Oh my god. Clodsire is kind of being the GOAT and also being awful at the same time right now. Like, he just lives every hit, but he's missing everything and getting confused. Snaps out of it. Gunk shot does land. And that actually does a decent chunk, honestly. We've landed only 2 gunk shots, I think. Both were poison. We hit ourselves in confusion like 3 times, missed multiple gunk shots. Clodsire is very much doing the 60% of the time it works every time thing, where he just misses all the time, but the one time is a poison. I'll gunk shot again. He's gonna roost. Yeah, I don't really know what else to do about this. I'm just gonna waste some of his roosts because Clodsire is gonna be pretty useless later in the game after he runs out of attacks. And now the rain is gone, which is nice. I'm just going to swap, I think, because there's no reason for him to not just roost again and just stall my moves. So I'll go Zapdos here. It feels bad to get rid of something that's at +3 defenses, but I think he just roosts and I can never kill him. So, I don't know. He U-turns. Okay, well, then that was a really dumb play by me. I'm stunned. I can't believe he U-turned. I guess to reset the rain, but that could have went very poorly for him. I could have gotten a free body press off on something. Like a +3 body press just like crushes our Chaladon. Clefable does not want to take a gunk shot. Like everything is like threatened really hard. I thought for sure he would just stay in and roost until I had no gunk shots left. All right. Well, he goes into our Chaladon. At this point, the game should speed up a little bit. This is in the same spot I was in turn 1. So I think I just get my chip with the Volt Switch. And I can always just like sacrifice Claude if I need to. How much does this do? That is a good chunk. Obviously, we know he's not AV because he went for rocks. These rocks are actually kind of annoying, by the way, so I do need to get into Fortress at some point and spin these away so that Zapdos doesn't keep taking 25%. And I think Samwell is the most disposable here. Yeah, I'm going to go here. I don't have a great way to hurt this thing, but I think if he just goes for like a Draco, this is the thing that I want to sack most. He goes for EQ. So he either predicted a roost or a switch into Claude. Either way, great play by him. Honestly, great play by him. And at this point, I will body press, and if he takes me out, that's perfectly fine. He's probably like, get this thing off my screen. He's probably so sick of it. I don't blame him. He kills me. Yeah, I guess bad play by me. Once the rain went out, I guess I should have stayed in with Clodsire to see if he wanted to U-turn, but I thought he wouldn't. I think I'll go Arya here every time. Yeah, I'm going to go Arya because Aura Sphere threatens this a ton. Aura Sphere just takes this thing out. Now the question is, do I want to just Surf to call it? I also could Calm Mind, but Calm Mind doesn't help me if it's unaware Clefable. I kind of want to Surf. I think he goes into Clefable on the Aura Sphere. This might be a mistake. He's also behind, so he can make a hard read. Maybe I didn't need to make a hard read here. I just don't want him to go into Clefable because I lost Clodsire, who was like my main answer for that. That was actually pretty dumb by me. This might actually put me in a really bad spot if I get this call wrong. I'm hoping... Yeah, he stays in. Great play by him. Great play. Another one kills, which is nice. But Aura Sphere would have taken him out, and he's going to hit me with a Draco. Does that kill me? Not quite. But that's rough. I'll Surf again, but that's tough. That's a lot of chip that I didn't need to take. I guess I should have Aura Sphered. Clefable was the mon I was worried about most because Claude's gone. That was probably really dumb. Yeah, Surf's gonna take it out. I really should have Aura Sphered because honestly, Pelipper's gonna have to reset the rain and Surf just obliterates stuff in the rain. Thunders is gonna come in. I mean, this is a free kill by him. Do I just Vacuum Wave to get my chip or do I go into something? This sucks. I'm just gonna Vacuum Wave and get my chip. I don't know if this chip's gonna end up mattering, but it just will do a little bit. He's gonna be faster than me, so always gonna kill me, so I'd rather just do a little bit before I go down. There's nothing good to switch into here is the problem, and at least this gives me momentum, because he can switch into something and then we can go into what we want. Likely Zapdos, depends on what he goes into, though. Yeah, I feel really silly for not Aura Sphering. Great read by him staying in on that, though. So he's gonna go into Revavroom here. So what do I want to go in on this? Probably Fortress, right? Yeah, because I can... Even if he shift gears, this thing does get Temper Flare, which is scary. But, man, this is tough. Because I'm Overcoat, not Sturdy. And even then, the rocks are up, so Sturdy would be broken. Do I think this guy has Temper Flare with Magnet Rise? Would he really bring Temper Flare and Magnet Rise? Probably not, but I don't know if I can risk it. I think I just go Zapdos and get my chip on something, because we outspeed this, or we should. We're actually not max speed, we're modest. But he maybe knows that, but he necessarily doesn't have to be full speed on Revavroom either. I'll Volt Switch. He would have to hit a Gunk Shot to kill us, I think. And I think he hard swaps here. I don't think he risks it. Maybe he calced and knows we're modest, and maybe he's jolly and outspeeds. I don't really have a great other play, though. Fortress would normally be my play, but this thing does get Temper Flare, and Rain is not up, which means the damage is not reduced. And because I'm Overcoat, even if I wasn't, Rocks would break my Sturdy, and I could just die. I really want to get rid of the Rocks as soon as I can, though. He does switch, so this is great. So we get a ton of damage on something. Oh, it's Pelipper. So he's sacking this thing. So he gets his Rain up and sacks Pelipper. Which, honestly, at this point, he doesn't really need Rain for anything, so that's probably a good sack by him. Because what does the Rain really do? Honestly, that actually makes me feel better, because now if he does have Temper Flare on the Revavroom, we're not going to die to a Temper Flare, to Fortress. So we're not going to die to any one hit from anything. So I think I just go Fortress. Probably get rid of the Rocks so that Zapdos can play freely. I think that's my play. He goes Thundy, which makes sense. If this is a nasty plot agility set or something, then I think I'm cooked. But I don't think it is. I would be surprised. It showed Volt Switch already. I don't think he'd be nasty plot agility with Volt. Let's go Wild Bolt Storm as well. That does a ton of damage, but does not kill us. And we are going to spin away the Rocks. Actually deals a decent little chip to this thing. So this thing is fully offensive, I think. And now he doesn't kill me. He could Pain Split, but I could also just go Umbreon here. Right? I'm an idiot. I'm a red card. I don't know why I was thinking... Ah, man. I just had brain fart. I was thinking how this was going to play out like eject button. This is red card. This is actually not good for me. That was a really dumb play. I 100% should have sacked Fortress. That was really dumb. Why did I... Oh, man. That was so dumb. If this is... Please not Clefable. Please show Revavroom. If this is Clefable, I might be in trouble. That was really dumb. For some reason, I was thinking I was going to get ejected out, not him. It's definitely red card, not eject button. I have to T-Wave this thing, right? I have to Wish first. It's going to go for Calm Mind, right? Probably. If he goes for Moonblast, goes for Calm Mind. Yep. This is Unaware Clefable with Calm Mind. And this thing is really, really scary. I think I have to T-Wave now and just hopefully paralyze it. Because if I go Fortress, Fortress doesn't do me anything. I can't risk either of the other mons. I just have to T-Wave. Hopefully I land this T-Wave and hopefully it gets parried at some point. I really screwed up. I really screwed up with that red card. I don't know why the hell I did not think that through. I did not think that through. Thunder Wave does land. I hate to root for paras, but that would be huge for me. Gets another Calm Mind up. So now it is +2 special attack, +2 special defense. Here's the thing. This means it's going to one-hit KO everything on my side. But I can still do a ton of damage with my physical attackers. So I think I save this thing for the Revavroom, and I just sack Fortress here, I think. I go into Brienne and sack it, because he should, I think, Moonblast here. I would think. I don't think you need to get past +2, because you're killing everything. I'll go Fortress. If for some reason he gets fully parried, I can Pain Split. He does not. Gets Moonblast. That's fine. So we get knocked out, but now... My play is always Zapdos. The question is just what move I'm clicking. Because HAXORUS doesn't kill in one hit unless it's at +1. And I need to chip this. So I need Zapdos to chip it, and then I need to kill with HAXORUS. I might have thrown with that red card play. That was really dumb. I think I need to Thunderbolt. Yeah, Thunderbolt's going to hit. How much damage is this going to do? That's actually a decent amount. Considering it's at +2, the choice spec's looking huge. Moonblast will take us out. And I think HAXORUS kills from there. It's got leftovers, though. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. I don't have the little health bar things. I have to just hope HAXORUS kills. I mean, this is my only play. Leftover recovery might be enough to save him. I thought for sure Thunderbolt into Poison Jab kills, but the leftovers might make the difference. But Poison Jab's my only play. From what I'm seeing, if they're fully Fizz Def, this is probably a roll in my favor, I think. Sorry if you can hear my dog. They're freaking out a little bit. Yeah, if they're fully Fizz Def... If they're fully Fizz Def, we might not kill. Poison Jab comes off. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Let's go. Oh my god. I think we can win now. There's still a very real way he wins this. If he goes Thundy and paralyzes me here, we should always outspeed the Revavroom. The problem is we don't have EQ, but he doesn't know that. So he's not going to go into Revavroom because we are faster and threatened with EQ. Unless he, I guess, knows we're adamant and then he would outspeed. If he goes Revavroom here, then I probably have to go Umbreon. And if he goes Thundurus, then I think I just Dragon Claw. Oh, man. And unfortunately, our priority move First Impression does basically nothing to Revavroom. It would do some to Thundurus, but nothing crazy. He does go Thundy, so he's at least not confident that he outspeeds HAXORUS. I just Dragon Claw here because he likely T-Waves me, right? I would think. Yeah, he's going to T-Wave me because he needs Revavroom to be faster. I think he needs to Shift Gear to win this game. Please break through. Please break through. Let's go. This should kill. Yep. Okay, so it's 1 Mon left. We have Revavroom. Which can probably kill us with a Gunk Shot. But does he Gunk Shot or does he go for a Shift Gear? So from what I'm seeing, Umbreon, Foul Play. Okay, because if I switch Umbreon here on a Gunk Shot, and he either he lands Poison or he crits me or anything, I think I always win this game by getting Chip with Dragon Claw. Or just attacking here. Yeah, so he's just going to Gunk Shot. Okay, so he does not Shift Gear. So this was the right play, I think, because if we go into Umbreon there, there's a world where we lose. If he just hits 3 Gunks and our Foul Play doesn't kill. Which he is Black Sludge, so I don't think our Foul Play will kill. But I think my play is just to Foul Play every time. Because it covers, if he Shift Gears, then he will kill himself to Foul Play. If he doesn't Shift Gear, 2 Foul Play should kill. And I don't think there's any world we ever get 2-hit KO'd here. He misses the Gunk Shot. That is actually really unfortunate for him. I don't think it matters. The Foul Play does not kill, just barely. I don't think it matters. We'll know based on this damage. Does less than half. 140. Lands the Poison. I think he would have had to crit and Poison on the first Gunk Shot and then land another Gunk Shot to kill us. Because I think he would have needed the crit and the Poison damage. GG's, Alphals. Tremendous game. I'm sorry for the early game if that was really boring and stally. I apologize. I just thought the Clodsire set looked good, but honestly, like, I don't know how good it actually was. If he brought Morning Sun on a Krozma or like setup, that actually could have went really poorly for me. So I actually don't know if it was good as I thought it was. But it ended up working out for us. Honestly, the big play, the U-turn on the Clodsire, I thought for sure he was staying in, but I guess it kind of makes sense because rain went away. So he's looking to try and reset the rain so that he hits his Hurricanes. So I think I made 2 big misplays by swapping out Clodsire there, and then also the red card play I don't think was good. I think I should have just sacked Fortress there. I'm actually not sure what the end game would have looked like, but honestly, fantastic game to Alphals. We're going to have 3 more games coming out this week. Hope you guys look forward to them. Until then, have a wonderful day.